Okay, so I just got done watching Uncle Adam's episode 10 of his At Least a Million Mission series, and I guess I sort of knew something like this was coming. Um, this whole time I wasn't exactly sure how Unc was interpreting everything that was going on, but within I think I sort of had this suspicion that it was like this. Um, Uncle Adams definitely views this group he's talking about, original posting, as something that's completely malicious in intent. As he says in his videos, he has seen positive content in those in the group and negative content in the group, and from that, among other factors, he's come to the conclusion that the positive content is completely falsified, like it's just there to put on an air of trickery, like to make it look like the members are true fans, when in reality they're people who just genuinely want to see Unc fail, who want to pull him down. But this all started back when Unc released his music video Original, because there were a lot of funny moments in that, and Unc was aware of those moments. Like, Unc was trying to have fun with that video, because, you know, he was expressing his new motivational rap style, which was great, but it really blew up on the internet. Like, it was a sensation. A lot of people were finding it and acclaiming it like it's this new and great revolutionary motivational rap style, and a lot of people were also seeing it as kind of corny, kind of cheesy a little bit, and using it as the basis of a joke. And so a lot of people were seeing Unc's content, and a lot of people were also seeing this group called Uncle Adam's Original Posting, and that was great to them. Like, it was this place to post this really excited, ironic content based off of Uncle Adam's style and the things he's done in his music videos. So the group really blew up, and the age demographic of that group was mostly people who are probably a little bit older than the median of Uncle Adam's fans. You know, they're young adults who have seen Uncle Adam's, and they want to make content based off of him because they think it's really humorous. But there's a difference between trolling and ironic posting, because sort of the majority style of the group Original Posting is sort of posting about Uncle Adams in a way that sort of points out funny things he's done, but at the same time it's sort of like uplifting him as like this internet personality, which is different from just really hating Uncle Adams and everything he stands for, and trying to get him like erased from the public. Like, they don't want him to succeed at all. So the whole group sort of operates on like a layer of irony, and as all groups that do that, there's sort of a Poe's law effect. So the group has like 17,000 members. So there's a spectrum of people's perspective towards Uncle Adams. Most people get the irony. Most people understand that we're sort of making this lore, they call it, based off of Uncle Adams, like all these inside jokes basically, that turn his content into other things that are mixed with like their own sense of humor. And it's not always like the cleanest humor, but it's not with the intent of seeing Uncle Adams like fall to pieces. But anyway, because of the effect of Poe's law, like you get a spectrum of perspectives that you see in the group, and there are a lot of bad apples in that group. There are a lot of people who see the group and think that it's totally okay to like harass Uncle Adams and harass his fans and like say really mean, truthful messages towards what he's doing, like because he's not the greatest rapper or something like that. So that they have to like totally denounce him. So there are a lot of people like that in the group. But the admin team of the group makes it very clear that, you know, this is not something to bring into real life as something negative. Like, it's not something to privately message Uncle Adams saying how much they hate his rap, how bad it is, like how badly he's gonna fail. The admins are totally aware that that's not okay. And honestly, it's shocking to hear Uncle Adams say that people have like threatened to like, I mean, like really bad things about him and his family, that he'd need to file a police report. I mean, that's totally what he should do, because that stuff sounds awful. And yeah, those would definitely be the people who see ironic postings of Uncle Adams and interpret that as like Uncle Adams needs to fail, and like that's what they use as a basis for like totally dissing him and, I don't know, like doing things much worse than that in like private messages. But people have done that a lot in the group, and almost uniformly they get like berated in the comments, and they quickly get banned by the admins. So the group really has this sort of edgy, ironic style to it, but actual harassment, like physical harassment, is not tolerated in that group. But I mean, the age demographic really is sort of above what you might think as Uncle Adams fan base median. So the humor in that group is really kind of, you know, on the edge. But really, it's all in the name of like these inside jokes. And Uncle Adams mentioned in his video that these people are going to keep watching his videos, and he's right. He's totally right. They're going to keep watching the videos because they're really entertained by what Uncle Adams is doing, and they don't want to see him fail. They want to see him continue and really embrace like some of the irony behind the content, like he has been doing. Like in Original, he has fun with his silly moves, and in At Least a Million, he has fun with like all these like little skits he's doing in the music video. I mean, he has fun with that, so he's aware of like his style. He's aware of like the sort of silly appearance of his style. And a lot of members of the group want him to sort of embrace that because, you know, there's like 17,000 people in this group, and they're all making this content that's like bringing Uncle Adams to fame in their friends groups, in sort of a half joking, half supportive way. And you know, you can totally see that if you follow the group like through its history, because at some point there was the at least a million views hashtag in that group, like at least 1 million views. So what that was trying to get Uncle Adams' music video At Least a Million to 1 million views. It's because when we posted, when we first posted that video in the group, it was like around 800 views, and we were like, Uncle Adams doesn't deserve this. He deserves way more, and maybe it was a little bit out of pity, but we really felt like strongly about that. So we kept posting this thing over and over, like, let's get Uncle Adams to a million views. And I think like we got from 800 to like something seriously impressive, like 11,000, I think. Maybe not 11,000, but something impressive, like for just one Facebook group. We definitely didn't get close to 1 million views, but that was like a big movement in the group. So these people were trying to get Uncle Adams to genuinely have like more exposure and have more views and success. I mean, it's always been success mixed with this ironic air, and I think that's the thing that really has caused Uncle Adams to actually like totally distance himself from it. Like, a lot of members have been sad that Uncle Adams hasn't been engaging more with people who have been in this group, and they've been sad that they were getting banned from his page. And it's clear now that Uncle Adams was viewing all that as trolling, like just hateful trolling that was totally against his existence in the popular sphere. And yeah, I can definitely understand that if there was like harassment towards other fans in the comments, but those would definitely be the low tier of the original posters. Yeah, we even call ourselves nephews. We're the nephews, because we post about Uncle Adams, about what he does, and we try to make that into this dynamic, humorous, like little universe, like little cinematic universe or something. It's kind of ridiculous on some level, but it's also sort of genuine. Like, we want Uncle Adams to have like this ironic base, and he does. He has this ironic base, and a lot of members of this group would be like genuinely very happy if Uncle Adams just like sort of embraced it a little bit, like showed some I mean, he's obviously not going to do that. Well, or he wasn't going to do that, because he saw it as like totally trolling. But yeah, I mean, I think it's important that this message gets out there, because the majority of us really do not condone any sort of harassment, any sort of definitely any sort of threats. And I mean, there's a line between constructive criticism and like defamation. And honestly, I don't think that the YouTube video by that whatever his name was, Anthony or something, was really called for. I don't think it was called for, because he pretty much did name Uncle Adams explicitly, and sort of made a huge rant video about why he shouldn't be doing what he's doing. And I mean, he's totally free to express that, but I think it was uncalled for, just because it was so direct. Like, you can have the belief that Uncle Adams, his outlook isn't realistic or something, but you don't need to dwell on it so much and like have everybody see that it's so far from reality. And I don't know, I just thought it was really uncalled for. But yeah, I guess that's the problem with a base of fans that are using irony. Like, there's a spectrum, and at some point it gets too negative to be okay. So So yeah, that's all I had to say about that.